3D Hobby Shop. Fly the best. 3dhobbyshop.com.
Hi, my name is Scott Stoops, and I fly a full-scale Sukhoi-26 in IAC competition, and I'm the developer of the new 3D Hobby Shop Sukhoi models. I've been flying a Yak 55M for about 6 years in competition. When it was time to upgrade to a higher performance airplane, the transition to a Sukhoi made a lot of sense. I was already familiar with and comfortable with the engines. The airplane I fly, November 25 Sierra uniform, is a Sukhoi-26MX that's been upgraded to a Venyev M14PF engine, which is a higher performance engine in one of the later versions. It's about 410 horsepower. It's supercharged. The Sukhoi-26 is the most aggressive takeoff performance of any full-scale airplane I've ever flown. As you bring the throttle up, the airplane literally leaps forward. Takeoff runs are rarely more than about 1,000 feet and allow a 45-degree pitch attitude as you climb, with well over 4,000 feet per minute of climb performance. So it's absolutely the most exhilarating airplane to take off in that I've ever flown, and also certainly the most high-performance airplane I've ever taken off in. Normal G levels for competition aerobatic flight at the advanced and unlimited level are about plus 9 Gs and minus 7 to 8 Gs. Absolutely, it hurts. You figure if you're a 200-pound person at 10 Gs, your body feels like it weighs 2,000 pounds. So you can imagine that it certainly hurts. It's not unusual to have some damage from flying aerobatics to the body. The most common, obviously, is bruising of the shoulders and hip area where your shoulder harnesses secure you to your seat. It's also not uncommon to have bloodshot eyes and bruising around the eyes. The most fun maneuvers to fly with the model are all the 3D maneuvers that I wish I could fly with the full-scale airplane. You know, the model has such high performance and high thrust to weight that you're capable of smoothly transitioning from precision flight to unlimited 3D flight, and that's just not something you can do with the full-scale airplane. We don't have the thrust to weight required. The full-scale airplane's got a roll rate of about 400 degrees per second, which is about as fast as is really manageable in a full-scale airplane. The model's far higher than that even. I've had to tone down the model. I think it's probably well in excess of 720 degrees per second. The ailerons are just absolutely huge. The upside of that is that on the model, at least, we got plenty of aileron to counter torque rolls. We got plenty of aileron for just virtually any 3D maneuvering that you'd want to do. Does the 3D Hobby Shop model capture the design? I think the obvious answer to that question, just looking at the model, is heck yeah. I wouldn't be involved with it if it didn't. I mean, for me, the Sukhoi is a very, like I said, it's a very big part of my life, and there's no way I was going to be involved with this airplane if it didn't accurately capture not only the essence of the airplane but the performance of the airplane. You know, a lot of the scale features that we have on the aircraft, including the one-piece carbon landing gear, the louvers on the front of the engine, the side cooling louvers on the sides of the engine, the scale sight windows, all of that. It had to be right, or else I wasn't going to be involved, and I think we did a fantastic job of capturing that. And then blending it with modern model airplane design. We were able to change the wing design slightly, the tail location slightly, and eliminate some of the bad habits in coupling that the full-scale model has, or the full-scale airplane has, to make the model fly as cleanly and purely as possible, but still have all of the essence and design features of the full-scale airplane from a scale perspective. For me, transitioning from a flat spin to an inverted Harrier to popping up into a torque roll and letting it fall back down on the deck in the torque roll, that's the kind of stuff I love to do with the model, because it's stuff I can't do with the full-scale airplane. Well, in the last decade or so that I've been flying the Sukhoi, it's become a very, very big part of my life. So I have a lot of personal love for the airplane design and the styling of the airplane, the sound of the airplane. Its best feature from a performance perspective is the blend of not only great aesthetic looks. I mean, I personally think it's the sexiest airplane ever designed, but also the fantastic sound, the size of the airplane, the strength of the airplane, and obviously the performance of the airplane, including its roll performance, pitching and snapping and performance, as well as its very predictable stall and snap characteristics that make it a world-class airplane. I mean, realistically, this is the airplane to beat on the international competition scene right now. So that's its best feature, just the blend of all of those different features that make the airplane the highest performance competition airplane on the planet.